They say grocery stores are supposed to be peaceful places where adults walk around pretending they have their life together. And on the day I stepped inside, determined to buy only 3 simple items, I genuinely believed I would be in and out in under 5 minutes. I adjusted my hoodie, grabbed a basket with the confidence of an Olympic athlete, and stepped through the sliding doors like a man on a mission. The lights inside the store felt brighter than usual, almost too encouraging, as if the universe wanted me to think nothing chaotic would happen. I took a deep breath and promised myself I wouldn't get distracted this time. That promise didn't last long. The moment I entered the produce section, an employee was spraying water over the vegetables, making everything glisten like a shampoo commercial. I stepped closer to grab some lettuce and felt a perfectly timed mist hit me directly in the face. I blinked rapidly while wiping my eyes like a malfunctioning robot, hoping no one noticed. A grandma next to me raised an eyebrow as if silently judging my inability to interact with vegetables. I grabbed the lettuce too quickly, squeezed it, realized it was the wrong kind, and put it back with the elegance of a toddler stacking blocks for the first time. I decided to skip produce entirely and head straight for the aisle with the items I needed. Milo wasn't with me this time, but even without him, I felt like I was being supervised by every human in the store. I walked confidently toward aisle 7, only to realize halfway there that aisle 7 was actually frozen foods, not snacks. I pretended I meant to go there, stood for a solid 10 seconds examining frozen peas I absolutely did not want, then casually pivoted toward the correct aisle, hoping no one saw through my deception. When I finally reached the snack section, I crouched down to grab my favorite chips from the bottom shelf. As I stood up triumphantly, I smacked my head directly into the edge of the metal shelf above me. The sound it made was loud enough for the teenagers stocking items to pause and ask if I was okay. My soul temporarily left my body while I responded with an overly cheerful yes, totally, even though I could feel my brain filing a complaint. I walked away quickly, holding my head discreetly like I wasn't holding my head discreetly. I still needed 2 more items, milk and cereal. Simple, basic, adult things. I headed to the dairy aisle, trying to recover from the concussion I maybe gave myself, and reached for a carton of milk. My hand touched the cold surface, and suddenly, from behind me, someone let out a small but dramatic gasp. I turned to see a child staring at me like I had stolen his destiny. His mom apologized, explaining he had a deep emotional attachment to that specific brand of milk. Feeling oddly guilty, I put the carton back and grabbed another one just to avoid ruining a stranger's childhood. Just when I thought things were stabilizing, the store's automatic announcement system crackled to life with a loud, distorted beat. I jumped like someone who definitely did something wrong. The announcement was perfectly normal, something about discounts on oranges, but my nervous system didn't care. I pretended to browse the yogurt section until my heartbeat returned to a speed appropriate for someone who wasn't committing crimes. With the milk finally in my basket, I walked to the cereal aisle, rehearsing the word focus in my head like a monk, reciting mantras. I found the cereal I always buy, reached for it, and in the process lightly tapped the box next to it. That box tipped into another, which tipped into another, starting the slow-motion domino effect of doom. I froze, watching helplessly as 7 boxers slid off the shelf in a gentle but humiliating avalanche. They didn't fall dramatically, they fell politely, one by one, like they were disappointed in me personally. A nearby employee sighed the sigh of someone who has seen too much. I crouched down to pick everything up, apologizing excessively, fumbling with the boxers, one slipping from my hand and landing on my foot. Another customer walked by and offered me that thumbs-up smile people give when they read "Try Not to Laugh." I accepted my fate as cereal cleanup volunteer of the day, stacked everything neatly, and stood up trying to regain whatever dignity I had left. Basket full, I headed toward the checkout lanes, feeling like I had survived a mild natural disaster. I chose the self-checkout because I wanted to avoid human interaction, ironically forgetting that self-checkout machines are built specifically to destroy a person's confidence. I scanned the milk. It beeped. I scanned the cereal. It beeped. I scanned the chip sand. The screen instantly flashed red, blared an error message, and lit up like I was trying to smuggle illegal snacks. The machine demanded an attendant with the authority of a judge sentencing a criminal. I waited awkwardly while an employee tapped a few buttons with exaggerated slowness, clearly questioning why the universe created customers like me. After resetting the machine, he left, but the moment I scanned the item again, the same error erupted like déjà vu designed to embarrass me. The employee returned with a dead-eyed stare that suggested he aged 5 years in the last 30 seconds. He cleared the alert again and said, "Try now." I did. Another red flash. Another alarm. Another walk of shame as he returned for round 3. By the end, we had shared enough awkward eye contact to be considered bonded for life. When I finally escaped the store, the automatic doors opened dramatically like I was being released back into society after years of isolation. I stepped outside into the fresh air, exhausted, carrying only 3 items but emotionally drained as if I had battled dragons. Now, when someone asks how my grocery trip went, I tell them the truth. I fought a missed machine, lost a battle with shelves, ruined a cereal display, emotionally traumatized a checkout employee, and made direct eye contact with disappointment itself. And somehow, it still became the highlight of my day. Sometimes chaos just follows you, even when all you wanted was milk, cereal, and chips. If you want more comic-style stories like this, follow for the next one.